The Day When Yellowtown Was Closed. Written and narrated by Swee. Images from Unsplash, with special thanks. One day, Mr. Mellow's family returned from a family trip from Rainbow Country. They had so much fun and was excited to show their neighbors all the pictures they took on the trip and to give them some souvenirs. Here they are at the airport. When they reached their neighborhood, the Yellow Town, they quickly unpacked their bags and called upon their neighbor. Ding dong! Mr. Mellow chatted with the neighbor next door, Mr. Dodo, while Tito and Polo played with the boy next door. Meanwhile, Mrs. Mellow and Mrs. Dodo went shopping together. Shopping is fine, but not how Mrs. Mellow and Mrs. Dodo went about matters. They strolled everywhere, they spoke non-stop, they shared a lemon icing cake together, and to make matters worse, they wiped their mouths with their hands, and after that, they touched this and that and everything that they could lay their hands on. After 3 days, the Mellow family started to feel sick. All of them had sore throat and high fever. They were so sick they had to stay in bed. They did not know that during their trip, they all had caught a virus. After 14 days, Mr. Mellow's neighbor, Mr. Dodo, and his son and wife also became sick and had to stay in bed. And soon, many folks in the Yellow Town got sick too. Can you count them? The hospitals started filling up with yellow, smiley faces folks, but they stopped smiling. No. Not even one smiley face. The town mayor, Mr. Bellow, who lived in the Yellow Tower, heard from the doctors in the hospital that the hospitals are filling up with patients. He took a loudspeaker and drove to the city and announced, "Good people of Yellow Town, there is a virus in town, and it makes you very sick. Please stay at home. We are closing all shops except grocery shops. We are closing the road to our town." The town mayor, Mr. Bellow, who lives in the Yellow Tower, spoke even more than he ever did in all these years living in his Yellow Tower. "Good people of Yellow Town, wear a face mask when you go out to the shops. Wash your hands with soap. Wear gloves if you want to touch anything. Then throw away the gloves. Keep your hands to yourselves." It was a very sad day in Yellowtown, as some sick folks like the Mellow and Dodo family were so sick that they went splat. So to all the people of the world, stay at home and remember the wise words of the town mayor, Mr. Bellow, who lives in his Yellow Tower, as he hardly speaks. "Good people of Yellow Town, wear a face mask when you go out to the shops. Put on a pair of gloves. Wash your hands with soap. Use hand sanitizer. Wear gloves if you want to touch anything. Then throw away the gloves. Buy only what you need." This story has a happy ending because the folks of Yellowtown obeyed their mayor and stayed at home. When they went grocery shopping, only one person in each family went, and he thought about his neighbors and only took what he required. So there were enough groceries on the shelves. As they were friendly folks, they still greeted each other with a cheery hello and a wave. But they kept 1 meter apart. As schools were all closed, all the smiley-faced children had lessons in their home. And they had lots of questions to ask about the virus. Like, why do we stay at home? Can I get sick? When will this be over? Will I go splat? And the teacher answered all their questions. Staying at home keeps you safe from getting in contact with other sick people. No, not if you wash your hands all the time and remember to wear a face mask outside or when you are sick. No, you will not go splat, not for a very long time, if you take care of your body and stay healthy. Children have stronger bodies. I honestly don't know when, but there are clever people like scientists and doctors, and they're doing their best to find a cure. Everyone started to wash their hands frequently, top and bottom, in between the fingers, and they went scrub, scrub, scrub to keep the germs away. Mummies and daddies did not go to their offices, so they were less in a rush. There were longer playtime, longer bedtime stories, and everyone ate dinner together. Children missed their grandma and grandpa, but they talked daily on the phones. Several months passed as the doctors and nurses battled in the hospitals. Gradually, the patients began to heal. Then there was 1 smiley face, and 2 smiley faces, and 4 smiley faces, and many more.